Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and I'm calling today Why Not Wednesday? And as you can see, Sparky's got his back turned to me because today is all about things like, well, why not? Or, asking questions about why can't I do this? Or why can't you do that? Or why do we always say no? So we're going to be doing a lot of that today, which is why I think Sparky has turned his back on me. And also, here, Spark, come on. We've got a very weird day today. I don't know if you're in San Francisco like I am and Sparky is, but outside it's like nighttime. It's super, super dark, dark, dark. So anyway, if the lighting looks a little weird today, guys, it's because it looks like midnight outside instead of 9:30 a.m. here. But we're going to make the best of it, aren't we, Spark? So yes, we are. So let's get started, you guys, and start with a Shel Silverstein. This is from Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein, and this is called Warning. And I said we were going to be reading stories and singing songs all about, like, don't. Well, this is a big don't. Inside everybody's nose, there lives a sharp-toothed snail. So if you stick your finger in, he might bite off your nail. Stick it farther up inside, and he might bite your ring off. Stick it all the way, and he may bite the whole darn thing off. And take a look at that picture. Ooh, that would be a surprise, wouldn't it? You stick your finger up and no more finger. Well, I know that's a silly, silly thing. You're not going to find a snail up your nose that has teeth, but you might find something gooey and ooey. And so keep your fingers out of your nose, okay? Sparky, do you hear me? Keep your finger out of your nose. All right. Okay. And if you do put your finger up your nose, make sure you wash your hands afterwards. All right. Let's say hello, everybody. Probably going to get in trouble for saying that, aren't we? Okay. Let's sing hello. Hello. How are you all? Hello. How are you all? Hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, well, what do you say? Because I said today is a no day, let's do some no-no things. So let's stick our tongues out and go, bleh. Stick your tongue out and go, bleh. Stick your tongue out and go, bleh. Stick your tongue out and go, bleh. I'm so glad to see you. Ooh, that was good, right? Okay, now let's put our fingers in our ears and go, blah, blah, blah. Stick your fingers in your ear and stick your fingers in your ear and stick your fingers in your ear. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, when I was a little girl, I was told not to cross my eyes because somebody could punch me on the back and then my eyes would stick that way. So because that's a big no-no, let's try crossing our eyes. You want to try that? Here you go. So like, look at the tip of your nose. That's how you cross your eyes. Let's try it. Cross your eyes if you can, and cross your eyes if you can. Cross your eyes if you can. I'm so glad to see you. Oh, I know, Sparky. Sparky says we're being very naughty today, but that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to be naughty. All right, let's make some funny faces, shall we? Like a honey right there, honey in the can. Honey in your can. Like a honey right there, honey as you can. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, let's wave hello, everybody. Get our no-no day started. Here we go. Hello, how are you all? Hello, how are you all? Hello, how are you? I'm so glad today. All right, so let's get started, you guys, with some wonderful stories that have been loaned to me by Delilah and her sister. I'm so excited to start with these. These are super, super fabulous and wonderful, and I'm so, so excited. This one is called No More Cuddles. So thank you, Jayce and Delilah, for lending me No More Cuddles by Jane Chapman. Wait till you see the pictures in here. They're so cute. No More Cuddles by Jane Chapman. Look at all those cute little bunnies. I would like little cuddles from them. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. This is called No More Cuddles by Jane Chapman, and there's some little squirrels hanging out. Find out who's getting cuddles in just a second here. Ooh, nice stripy page. And this is dedicated to Joel, Charlie, and Seth. Jane Chapman's No More Cuddles. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful field? It's very pretty. I like the colors. Barry lived by himself deep in the forest. He liked strolling about on his own, listening to the birds and tasting juicy berries. But Barry was never on his own for long. Barry looks quite fluffy, doesn't he? I wonder what he is. It was the same thing every morning. Before he could say, "Huggles Wuggles," "Fluffkins, we missed you. Hey, it's Cuddle Monster. Hooray, Snuggles is here." Look at all those little bunnies. What are they doing? Barry was smothered in cuddles. Barry liked cuddling, of course he did, but he was fed up with being smoothed and stroked and fuzzed and fluffed all the time. My goodness, look at him. He's completely covered with other animals who want to cuddle him. Oh, goodness gracious. Crazy, huh? "I just want to be alone," he sighed. "I know. I'll make a disguise so no one will know it's me." But Barry's disguise didn't work at all. Maybe if I was a bit more scary, he wondered. I guess he doesn't look very scary, does he? And instead of being scary, it looks like all those little animals came and sat in his branches, huh? Oh, now he's going to try to be scary. Sorry, that was just being disguised. So he put on an angry face, and he growled, "Oh, poor Cuddle Monster," said Badger. "Are you a bit grumpy today?" "Hey, everybody! Barry needs a snuggle buggle," Barry groaned. The cuddles had to stop. Oh, see that? Oh, my goodness. He just wants the cuddles to stop. So he painted a huge sign. "Wanted, comforting creature for cozy cuddles. Could this be you?" Lots of animals wanted the job, but none of them was quite right. Too tiny. Look at that one. He's too tiny. See him? He's little. It's a little guy. Too spiky. Oh, too stinky. Barry was about to give up when at last he saw... Let's see what's going to happen. The fluffiest Snuggle Pops ever. You see who that is, you guys? It's a bear. He has a nice big belly. Bear was perfect. His tummy was snuggly, his fur was silky, and his hug was just right. Barry was delighted. "Bunnies, Badger, Beaver," he called. "Anyone want a cuddle?" I think he's very happy. I think he found a good replacement, don't you? "Me! Me! 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 I want a cuddle!" all the animals cried, big and small. They rushed as fast as they could towards Bear. And look, Bear's excited to get Snuggles and zoomed straight past him. "What are you doing?" cried Barry. "Don't cuddle me! Cuddle Bear!" But it was too late. The animals threw themselves at Barry. Barry wibbled and he wobbled and then he toppled right on over. Whoa! Uh-oh, let's see what happened. Poor Barry. Splat! Straight into a swamp. The swamp was oozy, scroozy, mucky, and yucky. Uh-oh, poor Barry. I hope he didn't hurt himself. The animals looked at Barry in horror. "Where has all his fluff gone?" they cried. "Oh, it's not snuggly at all." And one by one the animals hopped off to get clean. Nobody liked being in that swamp too much. Leaving Barry all by himself. "No more cuddles for me," he grinned. "Well, not for a little while anyway." And then he wiggled his toes and smiled his enormous smile and squelched down happily into the mud. Peace at last. And that is the story of No More Cuddles by Jane Chapman. Isn't that cute? Sometimes we can have too much of a good thing, huh? And we have to say, no. Well, remember the first story that I started with? Do you remember that? You remember what it was? Yes, exactly. Did you see that? Sparky's putting his finger up his nose. Sparky, you want the snail to bite it off? No. Okay. Well, we're going to sing a song about sticking our fingers up our nose. Stop sticking our fingers up our... Stop sticking our fingers up our nose. Okay. It's called Don't Stick Your Fingers Up Your Nose. I'm going to get in so much trouble today. I know I am. But that's okay. Because it's Why Not Wednesday. All right. This goes like this. Don't put your fingers up your nose, 'cause your nose knows it's not the place it goes. You can sniffle, you can sneeze, but I'm asking you, please, don't stick your fingers up your nose. And don't stick your finger in your ear, 'cause then your ear will find it hard to hear. You can thump it, you can tug it, but I ask you, don't plug it. Don't stick your finger in your ear. Don't stick your finger down your throat. And don't stick your finger down your throat, 'cause it might make you want to choke. Then up will come your dinner and you'll start looking thinner. So don't stick your finger down your throat. And don't put your finger in your eye. That's not the thing I think you ought to try. You can blink it, you can wink it, but don't you even think it. Don't put your finger in your eye. And don't put your finger up your nose, 'cause your nose knows it's not the place it goes. You can sniffle, you can sneeze, but I'm asking you, please, don't stick your finger up your nose. You can sniffle, you can sneeze, but I'm asking you, please, don't stick your finger up your nose. Well, there you have it. Did you hear that, Sparky? Don't stick your finger up your nose, your ear, your eye, or in your throat, okay? All right. I want you to stay safe and healthy, okay? All right. Okay. And yeah, and don't stick it up my nose either. Hey. All right. We have another book now. This has been lent to us by Delilah and Jayce. Thank you very, very much. And their mama, Dina. And this is called Dogs Don't Wear Sneakers. I wonder why not. Dogs Don't Wear Sneakers. I guess because they'd have to have 4 sneakers if they did. Dogs Don't Wear Sneakers by Laura Numeroff. Illustrations by Joe Mathieu. And this is called Dogs Don't Wear Sneakers. I really love these illustrations. And I think we may have seen illustrations by Joe Mathieu before. And I hope I'm saying his name correct. Dogs Don't Wear Sneakers. Well, look, there's a bunch of frogs. I don't know what they have to do with dogs, but we shall find out. Dogs don't wear sneakers. Well, look at that. There's some dancing cows. I have a feeling this is going to be a fun book. Dogs Don't Wear Sneakers by Laura Numeroff with illustrations by Joe Mathieu. Look at that. That's a canoe skiing, or a yak. We'll find out. This is dedicated to Peanuts, Muffin, and Mandy, and to my mom, Patricia Mateo. Nice sneakers, huh? But as we know, dogs don't wear sneakers. It says here, Dog Days Marathon today. Dogs don't wear sneakers. Well, they certainly are wearing sneakers there, aren't they? That's a lot of dogs. And pigs don't wear hats. I think I'm going to show you these pictures one at a time because they're so cute. Pigs don't wear hats, and dresses look silly on Siamese cats. Sheep don't take showers, and goats never shave, and you won't find a bathtub inside a bear cave. Everybody looks like they're having their morning routine. Moose don't go bowling. Oops. See what happened there? The ball went through the window instead of at the pins. And hens never swim. And you'll never see roosters working out at the gym. It's pretty true. Skunks don't ride scooters, and beavers don't skate, and frogs don't take cabs when they're out on a date. Cows don't go dancing. Look at them all dressed up. And yaks never ski, and you won't find a honey bun baked by a bee. Oop, that yak looks like he could use a little bit of help with his skiing. Maybe he needs to practice a little bit more. Fish don't eat bagels, and penguins don't teach. And rabbits don't sunbathe at your local beach. They certainly do surf though, huh? Now just close your eyes and draw with your mind. You might be surprised at what you will find. Like parrots in tutus and lambs selling shoes. And two-story houses constructed by gnu's. Or mules painting pictures, and ducks riding bikes, and raccoons with knapsacks on holiday hikes. Or bulls flying airplanes, and snails saving twine. But tell me what you see. It's your dream, not mine. And there we have Dogs Don't Wear Sneakers by Laura Numeroff with illustrations by Joe Mathieu. I think anything that we can imagine in our imaginations and in our dreams is fair game for today because it is very strange outside. I can't begin to tell you, if you're in San Francisco, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It just keeps getting darker and darker. It's almost as if there's an eclipse outside, but there is no eclipse today. So it's a little bit scary today, isn't it? I know. Sparky's a little scared. Okay, let's give each other a big hug. And let's pretend that we see a whole bunch of dogs wearing sneakers, shall we? That'll make us laugh. All right. Well, let's sing a little song about some animals that get to do some fun stuff. This is called Down by the Bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare my mama will say. Did you ever see a mosquito eating a burrito? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mama will say. Did you ever see a dog going for a jog? Down by the bay, there was that dog that I was talking about that had the sneakers on. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mama will say. Did you ever see a cat wearing a funny hat? Down by the bay. What's that, Sparky? Oh, Sparky wants me to do a sloth. Really? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mama will say. Did you ever see a sloth having breakfast with a moth? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mama will say. Did you ever have a time when you couldn't make a rhyme? Down by the bay. Well, Sparky, did you like that? Oh, Sparky says he doesn't want to have breakfast with a moth. My goodness, Sparky, you are in a mood today. Is it because of the sun outside? Yeah, okay, because there is no sun outside. It's a little strange today. Well, we are going to read a story from A.A. Milne, and it is called The Good Little Girl. And this is from Now We Are Six, which is by A.A. Milne with decorations by Ernest H. Shepard. Let me get that picture up in there for you. There's Christopher Robin. And Sparky, you're going to like this one. This is about a little girl. You want to read this one with me? Okay, I'm going to put you right back there. Okay, this is called The Good Little Girl, and there she is. There's our good little girl. I love these little line drawings. You can also see her. She's right there. She's looking at all of the flowers, and that little tiny sign says, "Keep off the grass." See that? She is clearly standing on the grass, which is a no-no. But today's all about no-nos. This is called The Good Little Girl. It's funny how often they say to me, "Jane, have you been a good girl? Have you been a good girl?" And then when they have said it, they say it again. "Have you been a good girl? Have you been a good girl?" I go to a party. I go out to tea. I go to Auntie's for a week at the sea. I come back from school or from playing a game. Where I come from, it's always the same. "Well, have you been a good girl, Jane?" It's always the end of the loveliest day. "Have you been a good girl? Have you been a good girl?" I went to the zoo and they waited to say, "Have you been a good girl? Have you been a good girl?" Well, what do they think that I went there to do? And why should I want to be bad at the zoo? And should I be likely to say if I had? So that's what is funny of Mummy and Dad, this asking and asking in case I was bad. Well, have you been a good girl, Jane? Now, I want you to know, this is Jane at that zoo that I just read about, and it says, "Do not feed the animals." And what is Jane doing? Feeding the animals. Well, if it was you, Sparky, you would like a little snack, wouldn't you? Yeah, I know those animals love little snacks, but it's not good for them because it's not the right kind of food, is it? No. Well, if you can believe it, it's the end of another story time, and Sparky and I are looking outside, and it looks like it's 2 a.m., you guys. It is so dark out there. Anyway, I wish I could turn my camera so that you could see. Well, Sparky and I are going to sing the goodbye song. Oh, Spark, look at that. Your foot's up. There we go. All right. And Sparky loves to help me play this song on the guitar. So I'm going to get Sparky over here. There we go. And we are going to say goodbye. Goodbye, Jayce. Goodbye, Delilah. Goodbye, Maya. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Isabella. Goodbye, Gabriella. Goodbye, Lillian. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Madeline. Goodbye, Charlotte. Goodbye, Jalen. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Ollie. Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Helen. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye, Shelby. Goodbye, Francine. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Castro. Goodbye, Allie. Goodbye, Frangelica. I'll see you all next time. Well, everybody, Sparky and I will be back on Friday. And in the meantime, Sparky would like to give you a high 3. Here we go. Boop. There's a high 3 from Sparky and a high 5 from me. Sparky, you going to give me one? Very good. Thank you very much. And if you would like a big hug, take one hand, put it on one shoulder, the other hand, put it on the other shoulder, and squeeze really, 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 really tight. That's a hug from me and Sparky to you. In the meantime, stay safe and careful out there, guys, because I'm not quite sure what's going on today. It's a crazy day, isn't it? Sparky doesn't know what to do. All right, everybody. We'll see you on Friday for more stories and songs and all kinds of fun stuff. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Stay safe.